What's up, dudes and dudettes, all you awesome people? Heathen here, back with another book review. This week, or this book, I should say, this review is Temeraire by Naomi Novik. This is an alternative historical. It's a fantasy alternative history. If that makes sense here. As you can see, I've lost the cover of my book. This is an old book I had in a book club. I have a really bad habit of damaging the outer covers or losing them. Because I take them off, I don't want to damage them, and I always bring the books with me out and about, and I think I've lost the cover of this one. Naomi Novik. This was released in 2006, and it is, like I said, an alternative history fantasy book, and the period of history it's based upon is the Napoleonic period, which was a period in history. I'm no expert. We can Google it, or no. Let's ask the expert. When was the Napoleonic period?
The Napoleonic Era? Well, the Napoleonic Era is a period of history of France and Europe. It is generally classified as including the fourth and final stage of the French Revolution, the first being the National Assembly, the second being the Legislative Assembly, and the third, of course, being the Directory. The Napoleonic Era begins roughly with Napoleon Bonaparte's coup d'etat. This was the 9th of November 1799, overthrowing the Directory and establishing the French consulate. Now, it ended roughly during the 100 Days, during the 100 Days, and his defeat at the Battle of Waterloo, 28th of June 1815. The Congress of Vienna soon set out to restore Europe to pre-French Revolution.
That's enough of that. Let's get rid of that. That was the period of time it's based upon. Now, what makes this fantasy is Naomi Novik has included dragons into the Napoleonic Wars. So, Napoleonic War that happened, and dragons as well. So you have an aerial corps, essentially. You have your naval battles, you have your land battles, and you have your aerial corps, which are dragons. They're all manned, these dragons. They don't just fly around by themselves. They do speak and are very intelligent, but they're all crewed. So England has their own, France has their own, every country has their own dragons. They range in sizes and makes and types of dragons. You have small little courier dragons which just fly around dropping messages off. Spy dragons who try to fly to different countries because they're so small they can get through and spy on people and get back with messages. Then you have your medium-sized dragons which have crew of people upon them which fight, and you have your behemoth, massive dragons which have massive crews upon them. I mean, when I say crews, I mean you have every dragon has a captain. So every dragon will only, when it's hatched, will only allow people to ride on it and to essentially form a team with it if it bonds with one person. So when it's hatched, they have to put it into harness, is what they call it. So as soon as the dragon is hatched, they put it into harness, and if it accepts the harness, you have to ask him, will you put this harness on, and we accept me as your captain? Once the dragon accepts, you can put the harness on, and that dragon is theirs, and that's the captain for life. If the dragon refuses to be put in harness, then the dragon becomes feral and just run wild. So it's a great shame for the country to lose a dragon. Every country wants their own dragons. Now, I say these great big behemoth dragons, they have a massive crew upon them. The captain, like say, you have his own lieutenants and people below him, riflemen. They'll have people who are there just to, you have like a dragon doctor who's there, just a dragon surgeon to take care of the dragon's health. You'll have all the people who run out just to repair the harness, the ground crew, and these dragons can transport a lot and have a lot of people on them. The aerial battles are quite good, so quite interesting how they have to work the formations. They have to work almost like naval, but in the air. There is fire-breathing dragons. There's normal dragons that don't. There's rare fire-breathing dragons. There's dragons that spit acid. Like I say, they all fight in formations of flight, and I'm really immersed into this world. Really got into it. If it would have been just a historical novel based upon the Napoleonic period, like Sharp, for example. Those of you remember Sharp. Come on, thumbs up for Shark. I probably wouldn't have gone out and looked for it or read it. I like my fantasy sci-fi books, and this book is no exception. It's a really good one. I really enjoyed it. It's really well written, very short. It's 300 pages long, I believe. 320, and then you have an appendix at the end there. So 320 pages long. It's very short. Released in 2006. It was released in 2006, and from what I can see, I've just looked online, there was 3 books she released in 2006 in the Temeraire series. So 3 books in 1 year, that's a lot of books to release. So I'm not sure if that's correct or not. If it is, that's amazing. I mean, wow. I'll be reading the next one after this. There is a lot in the series. I think there's about 9 in the series. I'll give them a read and review them and see what I think. Storyline in this is very good. Goes really well. It seems to be rushed towards the end, but that might just be the way it was written. I'm not sure. I enjoyed it the whole way through. Characters, believable, enjoyed them the whole way through. I'll have to say, for a book, I'm going to give this a high rating. I'm going to have to give it a 10 out of 10. I can't find any faults of it. I would never have thought that I would want to read a history novel, but add dragons to it. I mean, add dragons to anything. It makes it amazing. But it's a really good story, and I like the characters in it, and I'm looking forward to the next book so I can review that and read it. This has only been a short review. It's a short book, it's a short review. No spoilers. I don't like to give spoilers. I like to just give a general review whether I think it's good, whether I think it's bad, what it's about. And like I say, this is about the Napoleonic Wars. More specifically, it's about a naval captain who captures some eggs upon a ship whilst he's at sea and is nowhere near land and cannot get back in time before one of the eggs hatches. And the egg hatches, and he, the captain, manages to harness the dragon. There's no aviators around to help him, and he wanted someone else in his crew to do it, or was part of his boat, his team, but the dragon wouldn't accept them, but went up to the captain himself, Lawrence, and accepted him putting the harness on, so he became the dragon's captain. And so therefore it's about his journey of becoming a naval captain to suddenly becoming an aviator. He's never been close to dragons before, so it's the first time he's really seen one up close. They've only ever seen them whilst they're fighting, coming by and help them out, like, yay, dragons here to help us, or uh-oh, here come the bad dragons, let's hide. So it's a very good way of writing about it, because you learn almost through his eyes as well about the aviators and dragons and everything, whereas if it was written about someone who's already there, I suppose you wouldn't learn as much. You'd have to take it in, like, what's going on, why is this going on, whereas he's never been an aviator, so he's asking questions. Oh, how do I train this? How do I do that? What happens here? What happens there? Which makes it very interesting. So you do learn through it, and I am looking forward to the next one. I will definitely do a review on the next one. But like I say, this has just been a short review. Hope you enjoyed it. And hey guys, see that subscribe button? If that's red, that means you haven't subscribed. Click it. Thanks so much for joining me. See you next time, guys. Take care.